For all my sweet treat lovers out there, how much money do you spend on a half-filled bag of Reese's at the store? Depending on the size, would you say $10, $20, $30? You know that air that's at the top of the bag of candy where there could be more candy? That's the part that always gets me. My name is Holly, and today I will teach you a less costly way that will help triple how much you can get at the store in a single bag of Reese's. I took it upon myself to try and recreate something similar to Reese's, something more that hits the heart even more closer to home. Buckeyes. Being able to make Buckeyes at home will help you save money as well as enjoy more than you would to get at the store. All it takes is a few simple ingredients, a few utensils and materials, and someone with a sweet tooth. First, let's get ready by gathering everything we need. So now that we have our materials and our ingredients, these are what you would need to make your Buckeyes. We have our mixer and bowl. We have measuring cups, measuring spoons. We have a butter knife, toothpicks, parchment paper, and a baking sheet. And for our ingredients, we have our powdered sugar. We have our pure vanilla extract, peanut butter, unsalted butter, and I personally use unsalted butter just because if I use unsalted butter, it'll enhance all the other ingredients. And then we have our melting chocolate. Now that we have our ingredients, we can start beginning to make our delicious treat. We're going to add in 6 tablespoons of our unsalted butter. Okay. We are going to have, this is a cup and 1/4 cup of peanut butter. Okay. And then we're going to put 2.5 cups of confectionate sugar. And then we got about a 1/2 cup left of the confectionate sugar, so we're just going to dump in the rest of the bag. And then 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And get that out of the way. Then we are going to blend this on medium speed. Medium speed. Let this mix. And what we want is a dough-like consistency. Scrape off the sides so it's all mixed. Blend it up a little more. Okay. Scrape this down. Okay. And then next, I'm going to use my teaspoon as my little piece to make a ball. And if this gets too stuck, you can use more confectionate sugar on here and it will help not stick to the spoon. And you want to make little balls. Doesn't matter how big, how small. About that big. Stick them down here. And then after you get your whole sheet filled, keep them a little bit separate apart. Once you get your sheet filled, we'll stick it into the freezer for about 10-15 minutes just until they're firm. And then we will go to dipping them in chocolate. So now that all of our peanut butter balls are chilled, We're going to take a toothpick. We're going to poke it on the top of the peanut butter ball. We have melted our chocolate for about 30 seconds in the microwave. We dip it halfway in to get our Buckeye signature look. And we do that with all of the peanut butter balls. And then we put it back in the refrigerator once they are all dipped in chocolate. And for about 5 or 10 minutes. And then they should come out looking like this and hardened. You can move them around. And then we will store them in a container. They're good for about 1 to 2 weeks. In my household, they do not last that long. And you can share with family and friends. Making homemade Buckeyes is pretty simple and cost effective. Simply just gather your ingredients, materials you need, then combine all your ingredients per the recipe and enjoy with family and friends. Although making Buckeyes yourself may take a bit more time than just purchasing at the store, but by doing it yourself or with family and friends allows you to connect more with your family. It can be something that can be passed on for generation to generations. Thank you.